All right, here we go. Jean Bart, one of my favorite ships to play, the Tier 9 French battleship, the ship I always recommend with Cole. People ask me, hey Mijesh, what do you think about this ship for Cole? Should I get this or Jean Bart? My answer is usually always Jean Bart. I think the ship is very fun to play, I think it's very strong, and I think it's my favorite Cole ship in the game. If you haven't gotten the Jean Bart, I highly recommend it. Save up your Cole, it's 100% worth. Also, we've all seen that. The camel is Cleveland. It's always Cleveland's. I don't know why. But here is the matchmaking. Saipan, Lexington. A little annoying, but not much you can do. But overall, pretty good matchmaking. Really. Iowa, Jean Bart, Bismarck, Vladi versus GK. Not GK. Freddie, Musashi, North Carolina, Bismarck. So pretty. Also, Colorado's on each team. And he does have Buffalo, which Buffalo is actually quite strong against Jean Bart's. They kind of laugh at Jean Bart's because they are armored enough to just bounce their shells. And then it's destroyer-wise Z-23 Mahan versus Le Fantastique and the Jervis. Cruisers, though, really aren't that bad. You just got to catch one on the broadside. So pretty damn good matchmaking for a Jean Bart to kind of excel in. And he's doing what I always love to do with the Jean Bart, and that is push this island super aggro, super duper 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 aggro, and put pressure on the cap early. I always love doing that. You can really pump in a lot of damage on stuff, on cruisers, on all kinds of things. And I would flip over to HE and instantly put damage on that. Instantly. Where's the reload booster? Oh, he's waiting. For what? For what? Ugh. Just hit him, though. You have 5 of them. Knock that Cleveland. Knock him in the mouth.
Engine boost activated.
Oh, you greedy boy. Look at this target selection. Ooh, that Citadel. Alright, fine, it's worth it. Easy, easy Citadel on the Bismarck. So he's in a pretty good spot, pinching the island correctly, just in case those torps go out. He could... This is actually a really good spot for the JB. The Buki's going there, launches some torps.
All stations.
Will the Bismarck wait? No last stand on the Mahan, always good to see.
Teammate, I need your support. All stations, proceed to capture that area.
Wow, he's just gonna give him this broadside. Shout out to all the good boy Bismarcks. Ooh, hopefully we can save that broadside of Buki. Broadside of Buki has Austin powered his way in. Austin powered his way in. Ooh, couldn't quite finish it off. You might get one more. Yeah, I'll get one more. Almost seemed like the lock-on bug there. Take that, though. Farmed a bunch of damage off that guy. So yeah, so you can kind of aim one of two ways. It's kind of an interesting setup here. Oh, wow. Look at this. It's like a shooting gallery. Yeah, if a NorCal's going to give you that kind of angle, you just go for it. This is like a shooting gallery, though. Here's the awkward part. Does he do enough of a turn to make this awkward? What I mean by that is if he pushes in, you actually are in a danger of getting rammed. which is not what you want. You don't want to trade, you know, a full life Jean Bart for, you know, whatever that is. So you're basically slamming it into reverse as fast as you can. And of course the Cleveland over there. Yeah. That's kind of like the worst. The worst scenario you can get is this awkward Mexican standoff in a way, because you don't really have much support and from your teammates, and there's only so much you can do. You do have reload booster coming up, but you're also in danger of losing front turrets. So this is kind of a sketchy part when it comes to the Jean Bart. Luckily, he's going to get that dispersion, and you got to fire with secondaries. But that island is going to be a bummer. Why didn't he switch to HE? I think this is still okay. I think AP is still okay. North Carolina has a decent amount of superstructure. You can still pump in some decent damage. So the question was, why didn't he switch to HE? And so there is a there's two ways you can kind of play that. One, you could just try to purely straight up alpha them out, which would have been with the HE firing at superstructure. The Jean Bart at that range, if you're firing superstructure or whatnot, you can still do a decent amount of damage. He already lit the single fire that he's really going to have access to. It's going to be hard to hit the other sections for fire. One thing you can also try to do is try to knock out the guns. So it limits the chance of him taking more damage, potentially losing his front guns. And the Iowa was there, so to kind of throw in some damage. He would have been able to alpha him down. He would have had the reload booster. So there's two ways you could play it there. And it seemed like he wasn't really pushing full speed, and the Jean Bart's so fast backwards. Both were viable. I think if he shot HE, he would have died at the same time. So what we're looking for right now is obviously what play next. And as you see, their entire team is on ACAP. What that means, he can kill this Cleveland, hopefully. He's pretty much the only one on the east side of 7+ line. Kill this Cleveland, you go and cap C, and then you are just an epic force. An epic force they have to deal with. Almost a full life Jean Bart. You're firing at the broadsides. It's kind of like almost a nightmare. When you're going against Lexington can hurt, but yeah, their team's starting to lose a decent amount of ships. See, I would still stay south still. I would cap this, and I would just start pushing down and putting pressure on them from behind. Because what they're trying to do is, it's basically a curl up this way to attack these ships. I would go south to make them turn. Obviously, he has to deal with this Cleveland. He has to deal with the Cleveland. Cleveland has to die. So once that goes, he can then focus on going south. But you want to try to get as many people to rotate back. Look at this guy. Now, Cleveland is not like the Baltimore. You can definitely do a lot of damage to the Cleveland. Baltimore, Buffalo, they're going to bounce shells. Cleveland's about the beach. Also, it's not the worst thing to get into the habit of waiting if something's really close. To see if they beach. I hold my shot like a couple extra seconds just to see. And help brother out. There you go. And easy peasy. Hopefully Cleveland didn't torp. Yes, right now I would start putting pressure on south. It's not so much even putting aggression from damage on your main batteries. It's getting them to rotate back, right? Just being a distraction. So you're fairly high AA. You can knock out some planes. You want to get pressure off of them rotating. So you want to stop this rotation, because when they stop this rotation, maybe rotate back to focus on this. Reload booster, they have a Colorado, you're going to do damage to. They have a Neptune, they have damage to. A Buffalo. All these things you're going to do damage to, and potentially kill. You want them to rotate back from the north side, because if they do that, then their pressure of putting out damage becomes much less. So it gives your team a chance to maybe get in a couple extra salvos while they're rotating back. It's very, very, very important. Very important. We got a couple easy kills here. Didn't get that. A couple easy kills. Oh, down goes the Buffalo. So the Bismarck's gonna die because Bismarck's gonna do Bismarck things. Cleveland or Colorado dies. He's in a really good spot to just clean up here. I can't tell the life of the other ones. This is a tough spot, man. This is a really, really tough spot. Atlanta goes down. What do they have? They're down big. They can't even get the cap pressure because they can't get the cap on B. How would a German battleship need to do, or how would a German battleship need to do, or what would they have to do? Basically the same thing, right? It's not so much. It's just about putting pressure, right? It's putting pressure on that team. So just putting pressure on these, because if you kill these and they are completely flanked, they have to come take care of you, right? So he has some ships that are fairly low. He has the Jervis on 2K. He has the Buffalo and Neptune, which are one-shottable. He has these things. And again, it's not the worst thing to hold his shot like he is right now, because he doesn't want to quite give his position away. Now he's spotted. Now he shoots regardless. But, oh, that's the worst. But he does have reload booster. Oh, what? He got the Buffalo in the smoke. What? Right here, though, Buffalo's the more important target. As crazy as that sounds, the Buffalo is the more important target. There you go. Good shot. And he's doing the right thing, too. You just gotta let your secondaries go. If you take torps, you take torps. Oh! Just wait. Just wait. He has to move now, though. There you go. I think he just... So, I would have shot one turret there. That's what I would have done. Well, I would have killed him. But I would have shot one turret there. And now you're in a really awkward spot. Because, holy shit. But no, the Neptune getting away kind of sucks. Alright, this is where you go man mode. This is where you go man mode. Neptune's not the worst shot, too. Bow on Musashi. Don't worry about it. You don't worry about it. You go full speed. There you go. Good shot. So, the target. Finish off the Freddy. Finish off the Freddy. Freddy sailing broadside. Get secondaries on that. You have to kill the Freddy. You have to kill the Freddy.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
In my defense, he would have killed the Freddy with the last salvo. Now go do a drive-by like cool Jean-Bart things. Torp threat. Well, you would have... I mean, you had the reload booster, right? So, you would have had the same outcome, actually. CB's helping you out. Right here, what do? You fucking slam it forward full speed. 100% you slam it forward full speed. Slam it forward full speed after the shot goes out. Angle to the right. And you do a drive-by. Or you take the ram. The jukes. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it though. See, you do that now, and then you just... Oh, I was gonna say you let the Neptune do it. So you let the Neptune get friendly fire and laugh. There you go, you juked him though. Get your revenge. Oh, butthole dispersion! Yeah. Get that 6th. Scroll in, you madman. The 53 damage Citadel. Easy peasy. This is why I love the Jean Bart. The Jean Bart is just a playmaker. It's an absolute playmaker. If you need any kind of sales pitch of why to get the Jean Bart, just watch games like this. Just watch games like this. It's such a good ship. It is such a fucking playmaker. Like, at tier 9, I don't think there's like a better playmaker than when you need to get stuff done than the Jean Bart. Just having that ability to just pump out a ton of damage is unlike anything else. Yeah, it's an AA monster. If it needs to push with secondaries, it can. It's fast. It can rotate. Speed is such a luxury when it comes to battleships. But just having that reload booster is just so important. Does the Bourgogne play like the Jean Bart? Kind of similar. I would say kind of similar. I would say that the the Bourgogne, because of what it plays against, I would say probably uses a little bit more HE than the Jean Bart will. Because you're going against 8s, you know, you're going against tier 8s. This can go against 7s. So your targets are going to be a little weaker on average. But they play fairly similar. I mean, they're super opportunistic, right? Super opportunistic. One thing too about the Jean Bart is you can actually oh, he's just like, yep, going here. This is my house now. Is air defense expert. That's back in the game now? I didn't know I was back in the game yet. It's 35 planes? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but like the thing about the Jean Bart is you can always just push forward, right? The Jean Bart, you're almost gonna want to give up a little more broadside just because it has the 3 turrets. But yeah, and hopefully just, I mean, you're just stacking up on the CV with the A. He's not going for you though. It's kind of weird. He really wants to kill the enemy CV. But no, I mean, it's just, you just kind of wait out the game. You basically baby the CV. You watch them kind of slap fight each other for a little bit, and then slowly get closer, and it's basically just a lock in. But Jean Bart getting out there making plays, man. The ship is so freaking good. It's so freaking fun. And you saw the strength of it. Being able to just pump in damage. The shot on the... I wouldn't have really played it any different. Oh, I would have played... Okay, you know what I would have played differently at the start? Is butterfly effect, chat. He has an extra reload booster. He could have easily popped reload booster at the start of the game on that destroyer. Alright? I called that. Also, he put the shot in on the Bismarck, which he could have killed the Cleveland earlier, which could have also butterfly effect saved the Ibuki, which could have also turned the game a bit quicker. In the end, it didn't matter. But no, really good game. Jean Bart's amazing. If you don't have it, get it. GG Jean Bart Citizen. Very good game, but you got to learn rotating, putting pressure on that. Yeah, it's putting pressure on like the backside, right, is what he did. And it's not so much about pumping out a ton of damage. It's about just being, just being a presence, making things rotate back to you, and then just letting your, letting the ship do the work. You put the ship into the position, and you click that reload booster, and it's a GG easy. Very good game. 6 kills, all the things achieved that you can, and very good game. Citizen GG's.